Once upon a time, at the edge of a misty hill, there was a strange and wondrous place called Tumbletoe Village, home to the tiniest giants in the world. Though they called themselves giants, they were no taller than a cat's whiskers. Their voices were loud, their hearts were bold, and their imaginations reached far beyond the treetops. The village was unlike any other. Houses were built inside enormous mushrooms with doors made from polished acorn shells. To an outsider, everything looked miniature, but to the tiny giants it was their entire world. They trained by stomping so hard the ground trembled, shouting so loudly nearby birds lost balance, and lifting pebbles that felt like mountains to them. Most giants loved this. They boasted, compared muscles, and flexed for no reason. All except one. His name was Gromble, and he was the smallest tiny giant ever born. He couldn't stomp loudly. It sounded more like a patter than a quake. When he tried to shout, only a squeaky chirp came out. His hands were too small to lift even the tiniest training pebble. The others laughed and called him Pip Giant, the giant who was about as strong as a fruit seed. But Gromble didn't get upset. He watched, listened, and dreamed. Mayor Thudwig, who had a beard longer than his body, hopped onto a mushroom platform and shouted, "A disaster has struck. The great river Boulder has rolled into our waterway. No water means no gardens, no llama milk, no berry juice, and worst of all, no baths." The giants gasped. A few fainted dramatically into dandelions. Then, crack, rumble, splash. The enormous boulder rolled free and tumbled into a deep part of the river. Water whooshed through the village like a silver ribbon. The gardens sparkled. Mushroom roofs dripped happily. The llamas danced, fluffed their fur, and immediately took baths. The giants stared at Gromble. Mayor Thudwig's beard trembled. "You moved the boulder?" he asked. Gromble shook his head. "No. We moved it. I just saw what others didn't. Mayor Thudwig raised his staff. From this day forward, Gromble is the chief problem solver of Tumbletoe Village. Strength may move mountains, but ideas move giants. Cheers thundered louder than any stomp. For once, Gromble didn't feel tiny. He felt exactly the right size. Life in Tumbletoe changed after that. Giants still trained to stomp and shout, but they also learned to think, plan, and look closely at the little things. They stopped laughing at quiet voices and small ideas. They discovered that every problem had more than one solution, and sometimes the best ideas came from the smallest heroes. And Gromble? He didn't become the loudest or strongest. He became something better, the giant whose mind was bigger than the sky.